Oh, now we are live.
Okay, we'll see.
I see it on my end.
Okay,
And yeah,
there we go.
we'll go and use the notifications.
So that's what the viewers would see. That's what I see here. So it's perfect. Right.
Yes.
So
And we have the first people coming in as well. That's great.
okay, awesome. So
Welcome, by the way, for this second Facebook Live where we are going to make a quilt as a Christmas present for our mom. This is Mark, my brother. I am Richard. We are the founders of Madame So, and we thought this was a really nice thing to do, both for ourselves and for our mom, obviously, as well. We hope it will be a beautiful quilt that we come up with in the end, but
we'll definitely put a lot of love in it.
That's for sure, and also your input is very much appreciated. Last time in the previous session where we decided on the fabric, well, the idea for the fabric and for the pattern, we got a lot of input and we just loved it. We enjoyed it.
It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. I loved it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So keep doing that. Absolutely. Keep an eye on us and keep giving us suggestions because we are learning this just as we stumble along. So we're counting on you to give us everything we need, tell us everything we need, and we will just be trying.
Yep.
We will just do our best.
And we'll be fine. I think we can start.
Shall we?
Yeah. We have a first person joining us. We're always happy to see your comments. Just say hi and give us a thumbs up if you like what we're doing, or a heart. That's really nice for us to see that we're kind of working with something that really resonates with you back at the other side of the camera.
Okay, great. So quick recap. Last time, you already gave us a good idea of which sort of quilt to make.
Yes.
So I keep forgetting the name, but it's the disappearing 9-patch quilt we're going to do. And we ended the session after a bit of back and forth with colors, what sort of fabric, etc. we needed to go hunt for. And that's what we did.
Yep.
So we went off to the local quilt shop, which is pretty phenomenal. It was just, we thought it was going to be easy. Just pick a bit of red fabric, bit of flowers, put them in the corners, and that was going to be it. And then we walked in the quilt store, and it was full of fabric. And we first went for this, then we went for that, and then it was not red enough. The other one was too red. The flowers were too big and too small.
It was terrible. I honestly don't understand why so many people say they're addicted to buying fabric, because it was just horrendous.
But do we have a couple of pictures that we could maybe show of us in the quilt store? Because we put a lot of fabric out, and then we thought it was going to work, and then we switched directions a couple of times. It was a big pile of stuff at some stage, and then, no, that doesn't match. So if we do this, then that will happen, and those two will be together. That's not white enough, that's too.
Yeah, I guess people can see my screen now. Yeah,
and there you
go. That's a whole lot of fat quarters they had there. Maybe to recap, what was the idea? So we thought it was good to have red in the quilt because it's our mom's favorite color.
Absolutely.
And we also thought it would be nice to have a flowery fabric because she likes flowers.
And so works with flowers.
Yeah. So here we were looking at all the different fabrics. It's just amazing the amount of different fabrics there are. Here, Mark is looking at all the different red flowery fabrics, trying to find some that we could use together that kind of match. And
you saw here, then they were white, but then the other ones were a bit yellowy or beige. So that didn't work then. So we went further.
Yeah.
And the gentleman in the shop, because his wife, who actually holds the shop, wasn't there, was then trying to help us, and he did. He was very helpful. But in the end, after all of that, we ended up with
this small bag of fabric.
This. And we're going to, unless you say stop and go again, we're going to just
use this. Yeah.
Go for this. So, what do you think?
Hi Sue, good morning. Okay, so here are the fabrics. So to repeat, we're going to make the disappearing 9-patch quilt. Like there's a whole lot of different patterns for that, but we're going to make a pattern based on disappearing 9-patch quilt, and it's going to be a lap size quilt. So we thought we need some contrasting fabric. We got the red, and that is really the red that our mom likes. And then we have some darker fabric, so we thought it was a nice contrast, and it's got the same red color in it. And this is like the background color for the patches that will be cut during the process of making the quilt.
Yeah, so in the end we went rather safely with the choice, we think, but it probably is going to look very nice. What do you think? Is it going to look, is this a good combination?
Yeah, just give your opinion. So maybe make it a little bit bigger, that you can clearly see. So this is 1/4 of this fabric. So this will be the centerpiece of the 9-patch.
Do you have to draw?
I'll make, yeah,
and then
I'll make a draw.
If the drawing doesn't make sense, you tell us. But we think we understood what you said last time.
Yeah.
So
let's see if you can see this. So this is 1 block. Our quilt will be made of 6 blocks, and 1 block will be this. And it will be 9 patches like this.
Of that size?
Of that size, so that's 6 inch. Those will make 6 inch squares, so it will be 18 by 18 blocks. And so the dark fabric will be the centerpiece in all of those 6 blocks. And then the red fabric will be the corner piece. So let me put an R in there for red.
And that is this. So
maybe I can
what you
use
think
this.
is that if we put those in the corners, those are the ones that are not going to be cut. So maybe write red, write the full word. So those are going to go in the corners that are not going to be cut, so that will be very apparent, which is what we wanted. But actually what we hope will look nice. And then the other, empty pieces here are going to be the white ones.
Okay, we got some good feedback already. Sue says it looks great. Jeanette says wonderful, guys. So
shall we just hold it up for a second?
Yes. Let me see. Maybe we should go a little bit closer to. Let me just draw the cutting lines as well. So where it will be cut will be here and here.
So, and that will be the whites. As you can see, I've got plenty of experience presenting fabric.
Maybe you can go show it.
So this is our. Does that look right?
Yeah, we got some delay, so I'm not seeing it just yet. Let us see. Yes.
Okay,
that's perfect.
So the red color, where the words red are, that is the one right over there. The black one will be cut in 4, so will be small little patches, and the white ones will become rectangular after we cut them. So hopefully when this is then repeated 6 times with those mingled around, we should have a decent total pattern.
Yeah.
So that's the plan.
So maybe we, I guess that's the next step. Maybe just confirm with you experienced quilters. Is the first step now for us to start cutting those squares from the fabric. That's what I would think we start doing now. Like
if
make a square of this, make 4 squares of this, and 4 squares of that, and then like make our first block.
Yeah, does that sound right?
Ilona also mentions looks good. Everybody else, if you're not into typing comments and you think it's good, maybe give us a thumbs up, or a smile or a heart. That's always nice to get. Deborah is joining us again. Welcome.
It's cool to see the same people returning.
Yeah.
So you'll see the progress or not that we're making.
We're gonna make progress.
But we are definitely making progress. But the project also needs to make progress.
Okay. So I see. Okay, I see some thumbs up. So I guess that indeed is the next step for us to start cutting the pieces. Let's start with the white one.
That was the cheapest.
Was
so
it?
It was. So,
okay.
So shall we not take any chances?
Yeah. And we have our template, and we grip it with this ruler grip, and said it was really great to use. And we have our rotary cutter, and now let's see.
Does it need to be further forward? Or
no, this is moving it back, like it's a protection that goes back.
Yeah, perfect.
So let's just
Do you need to stand for this?
And this is a rotating cutting mat, but yeah. But for this first piece, I'm not going to kind of rotate the mat, but kind of bend.
What's your hands?
Oh yes. That was
another. If you go to the side, then we
then we can rotate it now.
They said measure twice, cut once, and we just launched into it because we have this.
Yes, indeed. So now maybe you go ahead, Jonas.
Right. Yes, safety first. Actually, this goes in the hand that you use here, I suppose.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so
show the people watching how wonderful that is.
Okay, we tested it, so we know. But you see how sharp that was, and now you just can't. Whatever you do, even if it goes wrong, you can't just cut yourself anymore. I suppose you could if you really tried, but with normal use, you're just not going to get through.
Yeah.
So I'm going to line it up with these two sides and just slice off the other two bits.
Yes.
For this.
And you can rotate it.
So. Oh, keep forgetting. Yes, how easy is that? So it's all lined up.
You can cut a lot at the same time. You fold the material.
Oh,
of course.
Quite good.
So finish this one. Maybe it gives us like a feeling of what you can do with the rotary cutter, and then we're just gonna. I'll start folding.
And
so how many layers can you cut at once? As an experienced rotary cutter user that we are. So I fold this.
There we go. Just keep it. So
and I'll fold it again.
So this is.
So now we've got 4 layers with this.
And with 4 layers, is it gonna crumple up and then?
We're going to see.
We're going to find out. Don't forget to add your seam allowance. Okay.
But it's
luckily, I hope this thing has protected us from that. So if we use that and we put 4, if we mark it in the sides, that should be the seam allowance.
Yeah. Maybe it's just immediately.
Shall we do that? Yeah. So it's back in place. Yep. All right. There we go. So we're using the heat erasable pen so that if we mark in the wrong spots or we don't sew them together perfectly, which is unlikely, then at the end we just iron the quilt and all the markers will be gone. So a bit of a safety way of doing that. There you go. Our first block, no, not first block, yes,
Patch.
first patch, there we are.
It's a 9-patch block that we're going to make. So here we've got 4 layers now, Mark. So
that's enough for one, and yeah, okay, for one full.
Yeah.
So I'll just go in the corner again, shall I?
Yeah.
We'll just try.
I guess you'll have to push it a little bit more now.
Yeah. Right, 4. That will work.
You can cut maybe 4 layers at a time, Deborah says. So let's cut away.
I'm just going to.
Oh, Mark, cut away from you.
Oh.
Jeanette says.
Right.
Like that, not towards.
There we go.
If you're gonna use the 1/4 inch foot, which we definitely are, we don't need to tie them to mark that.
Ah.
So that's good.
That
so
makes sense.
Now.
We could rotate, but not with.
Yeah. Why not? Why not?
Shall we? And I'll sit them down. I'm starting to like this. And it worked. The 4.
We've called it's called Mark and Richard's first quilt. So
yes.
We can make a lot of them after this.
Right. That 4th layer was just slightly. Should probably not hesitate.
Yeah,
do you
maybe
want
put
to-
some. No, go ahead. You're doing it wonderful.
Still going to stand.
Oh, that's it.
So getting the technique now.
Turn
This
it
rotating,
around.
this rotating cutting mat is just a thing as well, isn't it? There we are.
Look at that.
4 blocks in a row.
4 patches.
4
It is.
patches. I'm going to.
Okay, so let's move on to the other fabric then. Oh, I should have already folded it. We need 4 of this as well.
But you pay attention, please.
Sorry. We need to keep moving because Christmas is just around the corner, you know. So, okay. Here you go, Mark.
Is it 4 again?
It's 4 layers, so we'll have our 4 blocks done just once. And be careful because from this fabric we need to make 6 blocks, so we need to be able to put it on it 6 times.
Which should
Looking good.
It should work.
Okay, turn it.
Phenomenal.
I guess it's a little more handy to do it with 2 than it is doing it by yourself when you do the first 2 cuts when you need to turn the fabric.
But
That's the luxury we have.
Absolutely.
Just for future reference, you can use a bigger cutting mat and bigger ruler next time to make a longer cut and cut your 4-inch square. It's a 6-inch square, but you're completely right.
Okay, but
Jeanette is going to quilt along with us. So
ooh,
that's
nice.
That's nice.
That is lovely.
Oh,
Look at that.
here we are.
And we need the
so
final one.
The final one.
And that is, but still, we might as well do 4. But we need 6 in total as well.
Yep.
But
We do.
I'm actually liking this.
Maybe we'll just make 2 at once now with this, just to be sure that we get, because this was the last fat 1/4 that was available of this fabric, so we don't want to.
No, we definitely don't want to make any mistakes. So in total, we're going to need only 6 pieces.
Yeah.
So if I do it like this, we'll just need to make sure we got 3. It's very tight, so it definitely need to be right at the edge or close to the edge, right?
Maybe do them just one at a time. It's not that I don't trust you, Mark.
Right, here we go.
Yeah, away from it. Yeah, yeah.
Right. Next time, I'll put this in the middle of the pad, shall I? That would make a lot more sense.
Turn it. There we go.
These are really sharp.
Up.
Woohoo!
There you go. So now we can kind of show
And
what the block will look like, right?
yes, and this is our final chance to then say, do you like it? Or are we going to continue with this?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yes.
Right,
It's
so
here. It's here.
can you see this all right? Probably. We don't have a camera at the ceiling.
Oh, that would be great indeed. This.
And actually, let's use the one without the markings.
Look at that. I think I like it. What do you say?
What do you think?
Okay, you see where it's, well, then it's going to be cut like this with the big ruler, indeed, cut like this, cut like that, and then we're going to rearrange it to, like, I guess next time, because we're kind of running out of time here, we're not going to start putting them together yet, but next time we're going to try to make, pardon me, we're going to try to make all the blocks, right?
We try to make it, to sew it together. This, we're going to try to finish in one session.
Of course, it's
Yeah.
just like, how do we put them together, by the way? Is it like, make one row, make a second row and a third row, and then putting the rows together? Or is it just like these two, and then adding this one, and then adding this one, and then adding this one? How does that work?
Now you sew them together. You do a row of 3 at a time.
Okay.
Says Deborah. Thanks for that. So a row of 3 at a time. So that means we turn them around or so.
We put them like this.
You've done this before. He probably cheated. He must have watched. You must have asked Anne.
No, I did not. But I've watched
Yeah.
quite a few of Anne's blog posts, and that's where you see. And then we just go, and we're just telling this to kind of ask you if it's correct. But we put this on the sewing machine. We put our 1/4 inch foot here with the guide, and then going along the guide, we stitch it away like that. And then we have it put together like this, and we have that. And then we, oh no, at the other.
Pay attention, Richard. And then we do the same thing again.
Yeah, with the
wrong sides.
with the wrong sides together,
Not the good sides together.
the good sides together and the wrong sides facing,
Right.
and we go for the third one.
Okay. So do you agree with what we just said? And then we do it row by row, and then we go over the rows, and hopefully that's that.
Also the rows we put
Yeah.
right sides facing, and we
And then
have one line to.
Yes.
Is it
Jeanette
correct?
says yes. So I hope that means we got it. Cool.
Take the left corner, put red to white, so then iron. Okay, yeah. So every time we're gonna iron. Every seam we
Yeah.
iron. Okay.
Okay. We had that in our marks that we had to have iron ready.
And we have the idea. So let's make sure. So we have cut some pieces. After we end this live, we're just gonna cut the rest of the fabric so that we have all 6 blocks. And let's just try to finish all blocks next time so that we can start assembling the different patterns.
And together with you, once we've done one,
try to see how we want to arrange it.
We're going to try a few combinations, and you can tell us which is prettiest, and that'll be it then.
Yeah.
And then you can also say, do we do 6 times that same combination, or do we 6 different ones, which would maybe be weird, but maybe pretty, I don't know. So next time, can you help us with, well, the actual pattern?
Yeah.
All right.
And it's kind of becoming a big quilt, you know?
It's
what I think is a big quilt, like 2 blocks like this. Well, we're losing half an inch, but that's not a lot. And then like 3, it's
a lot bigger than I first thought it would be.
Yeah. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice.
This is going to be really cool. I'm looking forward to finishing this. Totally getting ahead of myself.
Iron seams, that's an important tip as well, I think. Iron the seams towards the dark material. So otherwise you see...
You may see it. However, on the on the pressing mat, it doesn't...
Yeah, it doesn't make imprints, but
the color
it shines. It
shines through. All right, okay.
Before you sew, make sure you grab the correct squares so they are sewn on the correct side, then add the other one, then start on the next row. Yeah, okay, but we'll have our seam ripper handy as well, I guess.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll not need it, but...
Yeah, and indeed, how do you see which one is the right side?
Is there a difference for this fabric, you think? Like,
I don't know, is there always a difference?
Oh yeah. This is like a smoother surface than this one. This is a bit more...
Right, I think this is the right side.
Oh, so we have like a more smooth side and a little bit more rough.
With slight texture on it, yeah.
And Mark has got like the crazy idea that like the rough side.
No, I think this is the smoothest side is the good side.
Okay, so then we agree. Okay.
But do they agree as well?
Yeah.
Okay, I hope that yes means for us with this discussion finished.
Cool. Okay.
Lovely.
We're at the end of this. I really loved the interaction again this time.
Thank you. So
next time we'll be here. We'll be...
Oh, it's next Friday, because next week is Thanksgiving week. So we have preparations for that, and then Thanksgiving itself. So, but on Black Friday, so the day after Thanksgiving, we'll do the next round. At 9 Eastern time again? Yep, same time. Same time again. And we already picked the next 2 dates as well. And then what we're trying to do is Monday, Friday. But we'll always confirm, because if something gets in the way. But Friday 29th, next week Friday, is next time when we're going to be choosing the final after we... So, and then Monday the 2nd of December, and then Friday the 6th of December, and that's how we're going to work it. But those 3 dates, we fixed. Yeah. So that's what... Those are like put in our calendars, and so because we need to finish this before Christmas. Yes. So next time, hopefully, we end with 6 blocks that are sewn together. See you next time. Thanks for watching, and thanks for all the great input. Thank you very much. It's so much easier that they're there. It's just great to have all these experienced people just helping us. Yeah. As we go along all the time. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye.